sure this thing's recording. Hey y'all, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate taking time out of y'all's busy schedule. Stop in and see what it is I'm up to. It is Thursday, the 9th of June 2022. Going on 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It is 92 degrees Fahrenheit. 53% humidity. Come on. .33 degrees Celsius. So the humidity's not bad. It's just oven hot. Got in here, and even with my small solar fan going and the windows kind of cracked open, I mean, you know, open a half inch, it was hot in here. You open the door and it just like hit you like a blast furnace. So anyhow, off to the daughter's house to watch the G-Brats. Not sure what else is going on today. I think I'll be staying there for dinner tonight. Maybe making dinner, maybe not. Depends. Depends on what the daughter wants, actually, what she has in plans for dinner, etc., etc. Sometimes she has dishes that I don't normally make. Anyway, it's not that I couldn't make them. It's just, you don't make this like Mom does. No, it don't. Or actually, your mom doesn't make it like I do. Especially some of the dishes that, I've made for years and that she makes. But it's all good. And sometimes we go out to eat, which is, again, it's all good. So anyhow, that's a light again. I am down to about half a tub in the front room. And then I've got a kind of a folding trunk that I need to go through that, if I'm not mistaken, it's full of old electronic stuff, old computer boards, motherboards, and memory sticks and fans. I think the only thing I'll probably end up keeping out of it is the fans. And it's not, I mean, I have no idea what the stuff is, if it's any good or not. I had grabbed it for the multimedia stuff. I did a few things like that with the motherboards and the memory sticks, making like 3D townscapes and stuff like that. It was all right. It sold. It didn't trigger me. It was more of a. It was more. Excuse me. It was more a chore to get it done. The first one was pretty easy. I had an idea in my head, but then the next, I don't remember how many I did, but It didn't just like flow. I had to work at it, and then it's, in my opinion, then it's not art. So anyway, my brother may take some of that. He does a different type of multimedia. But, and I know he's used some electronics in the past. It's just, I can't just tell him to, here, go through this. Because, as with a lot of stuff, his idea of junk and my idea of junk are different. Same thing with my son. So, I know the last box I went through, when I got down to the end of it, I had a bunch of wooden plaques and like tree pieces, tree plaques where they cut a living tree, and it's dried, it's got the bark on the edge of it and whatnot. So I kind of remember buying that with an idea of wood burning, and then not getting around to it. I do that quite often. Have an idea in my head, and go out and buy all the materials to get that done, and then not find the time to do it, or move on to a different project. And yeah, I've found a lot of that stuff here lately. The alcohol inks I was playing with the other day with Sassy, with Little Miss Walks on Toes. That was that way. I had been playing with pens, regular ink pens, and alcohol, because when you draw with them and then use the alcohol, it moves the ink around. So I bought ink, I bought pens, I bought all kinds of stuff. Special paper to draw on it. Because I went on YouTube and did a little looking around. It's like, okay, that looks like fun. Yeah, I can do that. Or I could do, kind of what I'm doing now, but that might be fun to try. So I had all this stuff, like I said, the pens and the bottles of ink and various drawing paper or photo paper to work on, and yeah. It was still pretty much, it was in a box, and they got put in a tub, and then more stuff put around it, and like I said, an art project that I had been working on, kind of had an idea on, and then moved on to something else. Now that's back fresh in my head, and I want to play around with it. Same thing with crayons. I've done a few crayon pieces in the past, and then doing it with Sassy the other day. Kind of triggered it again in my head. So I've got a couple of ideas going on up here. How they'll work out, I don't know, but it's one of those things where, again, I've got the idea, I've got all the materials It's just finding the time. I was thinking about doing it yesterday, but it was hot. And by the time it wasn't hot, it was too dark to get out and do anything. Well, I could have done it, but it would have been a pain in the neck to video it. So, and they're going to be like one-off type pieces. I don't know if I want to sell them. I've sold, I don't know, 2 or 3 wax pieces at the art walk. But again, it's something that I didn't do a lot of. It can be fun, but it's not really, I mean, it's art, but it's not as rewarding to me as doing a painting. I don't know. And even that, like, there's painting and then there's painting. I've done abstracts and stuff like that just to get, just to be slapping some pigment around. But for me, it just doesn't spark. I like more of a, maybe not realistic, but not abstract either. Ship headed out to sea. So anyhow, then of course I'm probably going to spend a day this weekend at my son's house while he fixes the brakes on this. I'm sure neither of us are looking forward to that. I mean, I'm looking forward to going to his house, spending time with the granddaughters, but not working on the truck, especially if it's going to be hot. It'll be him out there doing all the work and me dying in the air conditioning, or me soaking up through air conditioning and feeling terrible about not being out doing at least some of the work, or at least being there while he's doing the work. That's, I don't know. Sometimes when you're getting help from people, I mean, really appreciate it. But by the same token, it makes you feel, I don't know the feeling, the words I want. I'm the type that's used to getting things done, doing it myself, and having to rely on others can be difficult. Luckily, I have the people to rely on. If he's able to do the brakes this weekend, or even next weekend, it's going to save me probably $200 to $300 in labor. So, I mean, yes, I totally appreciate everything that he does. It just, sometimes it eats away at you. It eats away, I don't know, I shouldn't say pride, but it's probably the best word for it. I mean, I know my limitations. I know I can't get out there and do it any longer. I mean, I've got, like, just the problems with my hands. I can't hold the wrenches or, apply enough pressure. And And then I've also got problems with my shoulders and problems with my back, and you know, it just kind of all adds up. And then I have the heart condition where, you know, I can't breathe in hot weather, and yeah, it just kind of all adds up. Doesn't mean I feel good about it. It's just the way it is. So, oh, they are slowly working on this road, this intersection. I'm not sure exactly what it is they're doing. I think putting in some turn lanes to go to the industrial park, and then they're widening the road down here further. But right now they've got all new traffic patterns. Doesn't look like it's actually going to be open anytime soon. There's a whole big stretch here off to my right where it's, I don't know, probably 2 feet higher, and they're paving it. I remember when they widened the road back at the brick house where I used to live. Seemed like every time you went out onto the road, it was different. They, you know, the new road was going to be higher, and than the old road. And like when they first had you driving on the new road, and then they, you know, tore up the old one and built it up, and it was constantly, every time you turn around, and new traffic patterns. And it happens all over the place here in Jacksonville. Seems like they're always building new roads that are quickly outdated. By the time they get this done, it'll be jam-packed. So they build for yesterday, not tomorrow. That's what it seems like. So I've got 4 days basically before I have to be back over here. So I'm going to try to, well, get all the containers out of the front, get that all taken care of. And then I can actually start going through the stuff that's piled up in my room, where I've been putting stuff from the other containers, and kind of sorting into categories, but now it needs to be sorted out. Like I've got, I don't know, two bins that are art stuff, just, you know, art stuff, and it's a little bit of everything: paint and brushes and clay and wire and, excuse me, plaques and, you know, small canvases, everything. So each one of those will probably take me the better part of a day or a couple of evenings to slowly sort through. But we're getting there, slow but sure. I do still have a couple of bins out in the shed I need to look through. Not tired. I got a whole, well, almost 8.5 hours sleep. It 3:30 when I went to bed this morning. Got up at noon. I don't know. Keep trying to think of a catchphrase that I can do a hat or something with. Something I use all the time. Used to be not today, but there's already stuff out there that says that. It'll be fine, that's already taken care of. Is what it is. I don't know, I haven't seen that around. That might make a cool button or shirt or hat or something. Just thoughts. We'll see what we see. That's another one. But we're about the end of the ride, so once again, appreciate y'all coming along, listening to me babble and keeping me company. So let me know what you think. Give me a thumbs down or thumbs up. Leave me a comment wherever it is y'all leave comments on your internet access device of choice. If you'd like to share me around your social media, that'd be fandoculous. If your loved ones are nearby, give them a kiss and a hug. If they're not, give them a call. Hit them up on Facebook. Let them know that you think about them. Let them know you love them. We ain't promised tomorrow, people. We ain't promised our next breath. If you would, keep my friend AM in your thoughts. She's going through a rough period right now. And my friend Linda just lost her big brother. That's tearing her up. I'll see y'all again. I hope you have a fandoculous day. Watch it, y'all. Bye-bye.